of contaminants. Plus, it takes a long time. In an emergency, we need a method that's effective and fast. We would need a method that wouldn't need electricity and make the water safe. It also has to be easy to do. There is no way I'm building a well. So what about the ways the pioneers purified their water when sailing for weeks on end? How did they do it? Charcoal. It removes contaminants, improves taste and smell, and is 100% natural. We can't let ancient knowledge like this be lost to time. It might save our families one day. That's why I'm keeping this book around. The Lost Ways. It's got all of our ancestors' knowledge that could save ours and our loved ones' lives in a crisis. Things our generation has forgotten. I'll be darned if I let that happen on my watch. Do you know what lard is actually made of? This food saved America during the Great Depression. It's high in calories and the healthy fats your body needs during hard times. And it's long-lasting without refrigeration. It kept our forefathers alive, especially during the 1930s, when it was commonly used for frying, baking, and even for preserving meat. So what happens when you boil down pork fat? You get lard. And it's super easy to do right in your own kitchen. Here's how. Take a quality fat source such as pork belly and cut it into strips. Place the pieces in a pot with a little water and melt slowly over low heat until the fat is totally rendered. Strain it through a sieve and pour the melted fat into an empty glass jar. To use it for preserving meat, simply submerge cooked meat in a jar of lard. The fat will prevent it from spoiling and also make it taste even better. Many people think lard is unhealthy, but it's actually lower in saturated fat than butter. It's also a good source of vitamin D. We no longer know how to live without refrigerators, without cars, without phones, or without supermarkets. What will you do tomorrow if you simply are unable to buy things? I sometimes even think we're kidding ourselves. With our bug-out bags and with our 3-day food rations, wouldn't we be better off looking at what the pioneers took with them when they traveled from Independence, Missouri all the way to Oregon City? Game meat was unreliable even then. So don't think that they made this 5-month journey counting only on that. If your life depended on this, what bug-out bag would you take with you? I know I would stick with what the pioneer had with him. He had to travel weeks on end without much help while taking cover from some native tribes at the same time. And this is just a small, tiny example. I don't want to see our forefathers' knowledge disappear into the darkness of time. If you care for your family and what America stands for, then neither should you. I wanted to unearth and learn the forgotten ways of our great-grandparents. So I came up with this great idea to edit all my manuscripts to turn all this lost knowledge into one of the greatest books of this century, The Lost Ways, saving our forefathers' skills. By knowing the ways of our forefathers, believe it or not, you're covered for anything. You'll never have to spend money on any prepping material again. Forget about unreliable and expensive modern survival equipment. Why even bother reinventing the wheel when these things have been working right for centuries? The Lost Ways prepares you to deal with worst-case scenarios with a minimum amount of resources, just like our forefathers lived their lives, totally independent from electricity, cars, and modern technology whatsoever. You'll have the power to protect and save your family, even to rebuild your community during the worst of times. Click on the button below and secure your copy. Well, this presentation is still running. Don't let this knowledge disappear into the darkness of time, because in the next crisis, when death will stare you in the eye, this is the only time-tested life vest that you and your family can hang on to. We're not used to thinking about what to eat or how to procure food for our children. Again, don't take anything for granted because we're living in good times now. Our grandfathers and great-grandfathers were the last generation to practice the basic things that we call survival skills now. Our grandparents didn't pass these skills on to us in our bloodstream, and neither will you to your children or your nieces and nephews. Take advantage of this presentation while it's still up and save the lost ways by clicking on the button below. You're the only one that can change something.